They are very valid points. And when you were saying this, I just thought about ESOP uh, policy, because there was, it's just somewhere similar, right? Like what's saying is that there were changes, but still, uh, I think there has to be a change in the ESOP policy, because in my team only, a lot of people, they have to pay. There is no money right now, but they have to shell cash to get the shares. What do you have to say about that?
I think, some bit of, hue and cry was heard and addressed. You had the change last year, right? So earlier, what would happen is, the company would have to withhold tax when allotting shares under an ESOP scheme. And this is not linked to any liquidity on company's hands. Like you say, I mean, if tomorrow, say, for example, you're getting 100 as value of shares, you're having to pay, and if this is the highest bracket, you're having to pay 42 as tax. And where do you get that money from? It's probably more than
Yeah.
your years of salary put together. So how do you even make it? So that, it forces you to push the exercise to a point when you really see liquidity coming in, where the founders are exiting and you can exit with them. And then that's when, so it pushes the entire benefit in a way, and taxes a higher amount in your hand at a later date. So the change that was brought in last year was that there was a deferral of tax by 5 years, or if you exited earlier. But one of the onerous conditions that should go away is that if the employee leaves the company in that 5-year period, then the tax trigger happens at that time. So you're forcing a person to stay on in a company beyond the incentive plan the company's looked out for you. So there could be solutions. For example, withholding tax is just a mechanism to pay tax early and in a right way. You could do away with that withholding tax on ESOP and let the ESOP holder, the employee, pay the tax directly. Especially where someone's leaving. You're putting the liability on the person who's making the money and not holding the company responsible for it, and having an arrangement where everyone's paying taxes nearer to the time when they're making, the money, the income.